Welcome to the finale of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 2, Sun versus Moon. Now, usually I'd go over what happened in the last episode, but now we're going to go ahead and talk about the 5 remaining castaways left standing. Griffin. With his loving personality, nobody has really made him a target into this game. But when they did, Griffin successfully swayed the vote by using his charming and nice personality, making people trust him on the spot. Griffin threw a balls to the walls move by making 2 fake idols, one being unsuccessful and one kind of being successful. Trying to gain Super's trust, Griffin gave Suvika a fake immunity idol to play on Super at Tribal Council. But besides that, Griffin did find a real hidden immunity idol, and played it to save himself from being voted out after Super played his immunity idol. Savika. When Savika came into this game, he had no intentions of winning. He only wanted to be a comedian and a character. Now that he's gotten to the final 5, he kind of regrets his decisions. However, Suvika has put himself into the most powerful alliance in this game, with Griffin and Nerf. And we will see if this alliance will break, or if it will stay strong to the very end. Teacher. Being an original Kilo tribe member, and being swapped to the Mahina tribe, him and only one other of his tribe mates went to a different tribe with nobody as an ally. Teacher went to every single tribal council besides 2 and survived every single one. It really shows what kind of social skills you really have from going to a tribe with no allies and surviving every single vote. Teacher, being the human stress ball that he has managed to survive, lie, and talk his way through to make it to the final 5 where he is today. Nerf. Nerf has been able to keep himself on the down low for most of this game. Until the merge hit, he hasn't really been noticed at all. With only using social skills and not a lot of challenge skills, Nerf has been able to blindside, lie, and outwit every single person that has been voted out. Now Nerf lies in the final 5. Super. With all Super's allies voted out, Super has only relied on his idols and his challenge ability. Being enemy number 1 isn't easy, and usually never gets you to the end. But Super has made it this far. If he can keep going, he has a very good chance at winning this game.
Alright, so basically, there isn't nothing that already has been said. I mean, this guy Nerf, he's on a trail, dude. He's having a really good end game. Wins the comp that was supposed to take down Super. And now he finds both of the idols, right? I'm like, bruh, this guy's doing great. But honestly, in the end, I don't care. But there isn't really anything that hasn't been said. Super is going after that. Hopefully it's Teacher, and that's just gonna be us 3. Now, the reason I want Teacher out, he has been playing a similar game to me. I think we both had the same approach coming into the game. We both are just trying to be the guy that's likable, kind of just go under the radar. Just, get information, learn the votes, try not to get voted out. Just rely on your social game, None of us have really won a comp or not comp beasts or anything. And yeah, that's why I don't want him in the finale with me.
So first of all, good move. I saw you pull the immunity out and I thought, damn. And then Nerf pulled out the yellow nullifier and I was like, and then you pull a second idol. And then Griffin pulls out a second idol. Oh, yeah.
That was a trouble. There's more to come.
Yeah, there is more to come.
Plenty of stuff off my butt wherever I put it. I don't know.
And I know you picked up the book.
What book? Yeah, I know what you did there.
Yeah,
That was clever. That was a clever move.
Yeah. I saw you. I hope that no one picked it up. And then you picked it up, and I'm just like, dang.
I mean, you got to double check sometimes, you know.
I'm expecting you to come after me because
I'm not.
you aren't.
I'm coming after Nerf.
You're coming after Nerf.
That would be my ideal Final 5 boot, because he makes Final 4, he wins immunity, he wins the game.
Yeah, that's the damn truth.
He gets out. But if he gets a Final 5, I mean, I probably end up losing. That leaves you. You probably win there, honestly.
I was preparing for Super to stay, but I did not expect Llama to go. I expected me to go. So Super played 2 fucking idols, and so he's safe. Griffin's safe. So I thought, okay, it's either Llama, Kiva, or me. I don't want to go home. And I think if Llama makes it to the end of the game, he wins. Kiva, I don't know, but I'll take that chance. I threw a fake signed book into the fire. I was just hoping that that would just get the target off my back. The thing is, Super knows about it, and I've talked with him, and he's like trying to get inside my head, and I think it just kind of shows how good he is at this game. But oh my gosh, it's just, oof. I'm like preparing for a backup plan if Super gets immunity again, but I'm just trying to think of what to do.
I'm gonna be flat out in saying that I do think that out of everyone in the game right now, you and I definitely have the best chance of winning. And I know you wanted to stick true to that Final 4 deal. So, I know this sounds insane, but I'm all ears.
I mean, you didn't really stick to your part of the deal.
I didn't. I'm not a bullshitter. But here's the
Just bullshit. What do you mean?
No, what I mean right now is that think about this. I'm thinking about it in my way. If you go home Final 5, who goes home Final 4? Probably me.
If you don't win.
Yes, probably me.
And
And if I go home Final 5, and let's say you lose Final 4, who goes home? You.
Debatable.
Debatable?
Mm-hmm.
So you genuinely believe in a situation like that you could stay?
You never know.
Nah, that's true. I mean, you didn't.
Alright, so that tribal was f***ing insane. I f***ing knew he had 9 on his pocket. That was obvious. But 2 idols? Fucking 2 idols! Come on, man. I didn't fucking know he had 2 idols. So, I decided to take advantage of that situation. At the Final 5, I was probably going to vote out Llama because he had ties to the jury and he was a good social player. So, I got Savika and I got Griffin to go against him to have a better chance at winning in the end because I know Llama has a very good social game. Now the goal is once again to win immunity. The idol nullifier was basically worth it in my opinion because he couldn't idle his way out to Final 4 now, and it's a way higher chance that I win immunity. Now I faked an idol. I think it's working. Because I don't know if Savika and Griffin remembered that that the idol was an Enrod, but I found this. It's fake, but hopefully that they think it's real, so that if Super does win immunity, I could try to stay safe and have the target off of me.
All right, everybody, welcome to the second last immunity challenge. Nerf? Take it back from
Nerf.
me. All right.
No.
Today, you guys are fighting for immunity. Everybody, follow me. You guys will be jumping out into the water, grabbing 1 buoy at a time. Below the buoy, there will be a chest full with colors. You guys can only grab 1 color at a time and come bring it back into your chest. Once you've got all of the pieces of wool out of your buoys into your chest, you guys can start on the flow puzzle. First one to do all of it wins the challenge. Survivor's ready. Go. All of them. Rushing out, trying to get that final 4 immunity. Nerd brings back more. Savika brings back more. Super brings back more. Teacher brings back more. Griffin, Nerf, back on the way with more pieces of wool. So Vika, I feel like, is dominating this swimming challenge. But Super and Teacher right on his tail. Nerf coming back. Just like somebody said, it all comes down to the puzzle. So Vika back with his next pieces. And I think he can start the puzzle. So Vika on the puzzle. Super on the puzzle. Teacher on the puzzle. It looks like it is Super and Savika. Teacher kind of on his tail. Griffin just getting back. Nerf kind of catching up. Super looks like he's caught up and is actually beating Savika. Super pulling ahead. And with that, Super wins individual immunity.
Alright.
Alright, congratulations, Super. You've won individual immunity, I think for the 3rd or 4th time. For the rest of you guys, I can't say the same thing. I'll see you guys at Tribal Council tonight.
I mean, at this point, what I'm thinking is who's going to be able to beat Super. It's annoying in my opinion, because I don't think Super's played the best game. You get me?
He's just, no, he's playing an underdog game, not the best one.
Yeah. Like, I feel like if you got CN, or if me got CN, or if me or you, Nerf got CN, maybe even Savika, like, I feel like we'd have a good shot against him. Just because he's not even tried, like once Merch hit, he just, like, has been all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think physical isn't the only part of Survivor. Survivor is a social experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like,
I think
history management is honestly bad.
I think the only way is that we can attempt to win is just through social game. And, like, the big move that we did in pre-merge against Mello.
Yeah.
Alright, so basically, Super won. Come on, I was so close. Pressure was on me. I could have stopped a disaster. But I do know is that my stealth friend now exists! Hey, he's here! Hey, let's go, Snow Golem! Yeah! He's here! Yeah! I've also come here to end with my swag hoe. I renamed it. I got an upgrade +1 awesomeness, epicness. I am so cool. Oh, Snow Golem just wandering around. That's sick. But I am coming into this tribal. Dude, I love Teacher, dude. We have the same mindset, I swear. Dude, I swear. The bonds that we make on this tribe, I think are gonna last a lot longer than this game. This is a fun experience. All that's left is Final 4 immunity, and then just gotta pray, dude. And then, yeah, hopefully Snow Golem. It's a blessing of luck and not misfortune.
Alright. What's the issue?
Well, all 3 of them are voting you.
All 3?
But
3. Yeah.
3. All 3. The other 3.
So,
So,
you...
I
Okay.
have this blaze rod. I'm pretty sure it's an idol. If it's
Okay.
not, then that's on me. I mean,
Yeah.
right now, I don't know. I think what's his name has an idol, Nerf.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I mean, we have to. I'm praying this is an idol so I can save you. But
I'm just wondering why you want to save me, because I vocally wanted to, like... I vocally
Oh, no.
said, hey, I want you out.
sometimes you have to do stuff for the greater good, and this is one of those times.
there there you go.
So here's my pitch. You know, I know you've talked a tiny bit to Nerf, but
Yeah.
down to put a vote on him.
Well, here's the thing. Nerf's got an idol. So he says he's either going to play it on him or me. He doesn't know.
Who would we vote if he plays it on you?
Okay, so I'm hesitant to vote Nerf out. That's the thing. But I'll do it if it
No,
means.
No,
Yeah.
I'm asking. No, like, who did you and Nerf plan to vote?
I know Nerf and I plan to vote.
Is it Griff?
Griff. So so it seems like you're the swing vote tonight.
Not necessarily.
And I'm playing my extra vote tonight. I have to use it tonight.
Oh, you do? Final five.
Yeah. Super 1, which is it sucks. I mean, he deserves it. So it's crossed my mind to plan on voting out Nerf, but he says he's got an idol, and he says that he's playing on himself. Yeah, Saviku, he did well at today's challenge, so he should be okay because everyone wants to get out Super. So I think it's going to be between me and Griffin. And I don't remember who said found the idol, but I just need to figure out how it's not going to be me tonight.
Everybody welcome the members of the jury. Spark, Tien, Havoc, Robert, and Llama voted out at last tribal council. Everybody, welcome to the final 5 tribal council. Only 4 of you will move on to the final immunity challenge and a shot at $100 in your pocket. Teach.
Yep.
How good of a chance do you have of winning that $100 if you make it the final 3?
I'd say it's more than slim to none, but compared to my competitors, which are honestly, which they can all make a case why they should all win. I think that my chances are honestly low.
Super.
Mm-hmm.
This is your, I think, 4th individual immunity. Am I right?
I think it's third.
3rd.
But
Either way,
Yeah.
you still have the most immunity wins in this season. How do you feel at an automatic shot at a final 4?
well, it's pretty cool. I mean, last tribal everyone was gunning for me. Had to play 2 idols. I've named an idol in my hand, which might be an idol, but I mean, I don't know what's happening tonight. It's good to have safety around my neck.
Griffin, you haven't won a single immunity challenge, but you've played an amazing social game, and as I heard around camp, it is not about the physical game only. 50% is about social game as well. Can you give me a little bit of an explanation how you think you killed it at social?
Well, honestly, like, well, that's a hard question to answer because it's just so like big. I think like I just came in. I tried to keep as many numbers as I could. I tried to be as truthful as I could. I guess, stay loyal and just try and like talk to people and try and have genuine conversations.
Savika, what are you basing your vote off tonight?
I think there's only one option that I can really base it off of, and I'm gonna put it straight up. It's you, teacher. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah.
I know, and I know.
I don't want to sugarcoat anything. Let's just get right to it.
Alright, with that said, teacher, you're up first.
Alright. Before I go, I'm just gonna clear the animosity. I'm pretty sure everyone knows this, but the extra vote is still in my hands. I'm gonna use it tonight.
Oh.
With that being said, teacher, go ahead.
I think I screwed up reading my advantage. It says most people played before Final 5. So Yeah, I think I just screwed over my own game. Hopefully the vote works, but if it's not, I'm happy to play at the end of the day.
You know, as a fellow Moon member, man, it sucks doing this, but I need the best physical strength. Savika and we gotta do this. I wanted to vote out Griffin tonight. If your extra vote was legit, I would have voted with you, brother. Sorry, man.
I'll add up the votes. If anybody has an advantage in the game or an idol they like to play, please play it now.
I'll play this vote.
This isn't indeed an extra vote. Teach. Pixel will be up there waiting for you.
Okay.
Before I read the votes, does anybody have an advantage or an immunity idol they'd like to play?
Alright, so I think this is pretty obvious. I found an idol, codenamed Last Chance. I'm gonna be playing that obviously for me tonight, and also I got this little boy right here. It was fake.
Is in indeed a hidden immunity idol. All votes casted for Nerf will not count. Before I read the votes, is there any?
Sure. I have this definitely real idol that I have had the whole thing, the whole game. Now, who should I save? Who should I save? Who should I save?
Not me, not me. It's not gonna be me.
No. This is for. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Griffin.
That's very poggers of you.
This is indeed a hidden immunity idol. All votes casted for Griffin, and all
Holy
votes casted
shit.
for Nerf will not count. All votes have been casted. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage in the game they'd like to play, play it now. Okay, I'll read out the votes. Nerf does not count. Griffin
Oh damn.
does not count. Griffin does not count. Teacher. Teacher. Next person voted off of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 2. Sun versus Moon. Teacher. Please bring me your torch.
Yeah, teacher.
Alright.
GG, dude.
Teacher,
There we go. Yep.
you've shown kindness. You've shown a lot of friendliness. And maybe one of the kindest people I've ever met playing this game. Teacher, the tribe has spoken.
Alright. No ill will. Fuck all of you. No ill will. Fuck all of you. No ill will.
It's like
no,
the
well.
angel devil on his shoulder.
Yeah. I had fun though.
Congratulations to the four of you. You guys will be going on to the final immunity challenge to win immunity in a guaranteed shot at $100 in the final three. And champion
Super.
to Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 2, Sun vs. Moon.
Hey, Super. If I agreed to give you $100, will you throw the final four immunity?
I think that speaks for itself. I'll see you guys back at camp.
So, at the end of the day, this is just so up and down. Your emotions get in the way of the game gets in the way of your emotions. In all honesty, I'm wanting to apply to the real Survivor, and I think after making it to Final 5 and being respectfully voted out at least, I think I'll do alright.
So, my story up to this point has been a lot of ups for me because I've had one of the most dominant games ever. You know, I've been able to use my strategic and social game to be able to maneuver within people, to be able to get into their head and basically dictated what I wanted. And, you know, I do think I've played the best game out of everyone here. I do think I've played better than Super. It's just, he has the better story than me. I can't deny that. But I think I have the better game than him. I genuinely need to try hard in this comp. Like, that is something I really, really need to do. If I don't win this, I'm going home. If Super doesn't win this, he's going home. Basically, this decides who wins the season. If Super wins immunity, he wins the season because I'm going home. If anyone else wins the immunity, Super's going to go home, and I genuinely believe I will win the season. The odds may seem like they're in my favor, but Super's a beast. And he's tryharding very hard. And, today, I'm going to have to give it my all. But I'm mostly going to be banking on Savika because I think he's better at comps than me. My whole goal for that was to basically hope that I can keep in people that were better at comps. And I think me and Savika are going to be the best here. We have the best chance. And hopefully, we do it.
So, coming into the season, I genuinely decided I'd rather be a character more than a game player. I don't want to be all technical, think about numbers, this, that, I just want to be social, be enjoyable. I mean, I looking back on it, I kind of do regret not being more technical, playing more socially, but, I enjoyed my time here. I mean, the end result isn't what I'll always get. I will get third most likely. If I can make some sort of case, I might get second for being an enjoyable guy, being a good character. But, yeah, I don't know. It's the end game. There isn't really much to say that hasn't been said in the last 2 rounds, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I guess it's the end.
Here we are, final stretch. Not quite like day 39 or whatever, not final tribal yet, but this is where I can control how I get to the end of the game. Do I stay true with the foot, or with the feet, the foot clan, whatever, or do I possibly go off with Super? Either are viable options, honestly, but I don't know which one would be my best, so I guess immunity will decide. Woo woo.
Going into tribal, I had no clue what I was gonna do. Coming out, I lost teacher who was a very nice guy, but I didn't even know that Blaze Rod was an actual idol. I just played it because I thought it was something, and it worked in my favor in a way. But now I have to win Final Four immunity or I go home. So that's the game that I'm playing, and we'll see if it works out.
What is this?
Everybody, welcome to your final immunity
Okay,
challenge.
hold on.
If you guys haven't noticed, but every time you're at Tribal Council, there was this weird big tree above it. Yes. In this final individual immunity challenge, all 4 castaways will be jumping back and forth from pillar to pillar. At first, they'll only do 1 jump, then 2, then so forward until they hit 10. Once they hit 10, they'll go until they fall. This will go until there's only 1 person left going back and forth between the pillars. Survivors, this is for final immunity and 100% shot at the final 3 and a chance to win $100 and a chance to be crowned the champion of Kavanah's Season 2 Survivors Sun versus Moon. Survivors ready. 1 jump. All survivors make it. 2 jumps. Griffin, I'm gonna need you to get a bit more faster than that. 3 jumps. 4 jumps. 5 jumps. 6 jumps.
Count.
7 jumps.
Oh shit.
Super eliminated.
Oh, I fell.
Griffin eliminated.
Oh my god. Wait.
Oh my god! You know what?
Yo.
Fuck it, take it.
And with
Yo,
that,
Nerf.
Suvika wins
Let's go,
immunity. Nerf, I may have given this to you, but you've earned it, buddy. There you go.
Finally. I finally did it, guys.
And with that, Suvika, you were safe at Final Travel, but I cannot say the rest for the three of you.
I orgasm at the sight of Super losing that fucking challenge. That basically secured to me I have won this season. Unless Griffin's a fucking moron, then I feel like I'm going to be safe. Me and Safika have been a duo the whole entire season, so I decided for my last thing to be a little bit more flashy and to prove a point at the final tribal council. I threw the final immunity challenge to KQ to be able to prove that my social game and my strategic game is the strongest game out of everyone here. Because if Griffin does not vote for me, I think that says how much power I truly had this whole entire game. Holy shit, we actually did it. Oh my god, that took too long, man.
I have no chance at winning the game. I'm getting third no matter what. Maybe second if I get lucky, you know. I can make a case, be like, I'm the character, I'm the funny guy. I did what I could to get the votes off of me. Tried to not make myself a big threat, you know, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, I don't really think that's gonna work because these guys, big moves are just in Survivor. I came in wanting to be a character, I came out wanting to be a game player. Maybe I'll change next time I do Minecraft Survivor. But I think as a character, I did fulfill my role. I mean Snow Golem over there, I MLG watered off of there. There's another Snow Golem over there, and I'm doing ladder endurance right here. I went off exploring, you know, feels great.
Well, losing final immunity is a heartbreak, and I don't know. It's gonna be hard. I'm probably gonna try to do a deal with my jury vote with Griffin, or maybe even Subika. Probably Griffin, because I feel like he would bite at it, but I don't know. Odds are low. I don't think he's that stupid. I don't think he would give me a chance. But if he does, I mean, if he puts me against Nerf and fire making, it's anyone's game. You never know. That's why you don't throw immunity. You know what the stupidest thing is? He threw immunity. So he just, like, that's how confident he is. And I don't know. Like, I don't really respect that in all honesty. And I feel like if you give me a chance, like, you have my jury vote on lock, even if I lose, which...
But the thing is, if he wins though, like, and you do lose, like, of course then they're gonna see him as a bigger, like, target or whatever.
You realize it's FTC after this?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean the jury, like, they're gonna, like, obviously see him as, like the person to vote for if he wins fire making, because that's, like, how it's been. Like, that's pretty much been a staple.
I'm pretty sure he's winning without fire making.
Okay, I actually genuinely forgot about fire making. Every time it comes to these things, I always think, oh, it's gonna be like a rock draw if it ties or something stupid like that. But, like, I always remember fire making, but I just never remember that it's that Final Four or whatever. But, so Super really wants me to throw him and Nerf up against each other, just so they can kind of battle it out, I guess. But, I don't know. He says he'll give me his jury vote, and that would be Super, of course, if he does lose and goes to jury. But I don't know. Me personally, I've got some decisions to make, so I'll catch you on the flip side.
Everybody, welcome to jury. Spark, Tien, Havoc, Robert, Llama, and Teacher voted out at last tribal council. The four of you have made it so far, but one of you will come up short tonight. Nerf, coming so far, how bad would it be to be voted out here tonight at Final Four?
If I'm voted out here tonight, they're fucking morons. I would genuinely be fucking depressed if these dumbasses keep fucking Super over me. Like, dead ass, man. It would be genuinely disappointing. And I don't mean to shit talk Super at all. It's just this guy's got the best story here, and you're not gonna beat him in the end.
Super, you got anything to say to that?
I mean, ultimately, I'm just gonna what's on my mind right now. Nerf knows he's winning. If I do end up losing, getting out, why would he jump off the parkour right after I got out? Because he knows he's gonna win, obviously. I deem that the stupidest move in this game, because buddy, you never know. You never know. You shouldn't just give up and jump off the challenge. You should always fight. And that's what
And
I've
you
been
also don't know the jury.
Suvika,
Yeah.
you won your first ever individual immunity tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe Nerf did give it to you, but you still did win, and I feel like you've earned it. Do you feel like you've earned it as well?
I mean, I could have went on doing that challenge for like 90 jumps. Would have been tired. I could no life. I beat this guy in a parkour map the other day. He was 30 levels behind. So yeah, I did deserve it.
Griffin,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're in a spot that everybody wants to be in Survivor. You're in the spot in between two of the players that probably everybody thinks here that will win the game. You are probably the deciding vote here tonight. Although that's assuming Savika will be voting for a certain person. Griffin, how
Yeah.
does it feel like to be exactly in the middle?
A lot of pressure for sure. Cause like this is the end game pretty much. Like I give my speech for sure, like at the end, but this is the last thing in the game, the last like big hubbub-a-blue or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's gonna be really impactful on my game and also the people sitting next to me.
And with that, Nerf, you have to vote.
All right. It's taking way too fucking long. If I go here tonight, they're fucking idiots. I don't think my move was dumb. If Griffin votes for me, he's a fucking moron. Yeah. Here you go.
Okay, there. Well, this might be the last time I ever vote. Minus jury. Actually, it will be the last time I vote. Hopefully, I don't know. I still think that was the cockiest move he could have ever done, just jumping off the parkour. But who am I to decide one's fate? Right now, that's a toughie.
We did it, Mr. Stark.
Alright guys, you four have come this far, and one of you tonight will be voted off inches close to the final three. Let me tally the votes. I have tallied the votes. If it is a draw between any people, then it will go to a fire making contest. I'll read the votes. First vote, Super. Second vote, Nerf.
Whoa!
Third vote, Super. Next person voted off of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 2, Sun vs. Moon. And the last person of our jury, Super. Can you please grab your torch?
Thanks, Super.
Super, at the end of the day, I'm sure the fans, anybody that is watching this, will be very sad to see you leave today. The tribe has spoken.
You honestly made this game like the most fun and the most interesting, honestly. So
Oh, Without you, it would have been so boring, dude.
Give me another idol up your ass, man.
And with that, Nerf, Suvika, Griffin, you three now have a chance at a $100 prize and champion of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 2 Sun vs. Moon. And
Hey, can I get $100 in gift cards?
I won't be the one saying the winner. My camera crew, hell, won't be telling who's the winner. The people who you need to impress is the jury. Go back to camp, guys. I'll see you tomorrow at Tribal.
Well, I had a great time playing, thanks to production, players, everything. I mean, it was an interesting move Griffin made, and at the end of the day, straight respect. I'm not going to be bitter, none of that. And now I get to show my opinion on the jury, so that's pretty cool.
Alright. So this whole journey has been a lot of ups and downs for me. And I think I learned a lot about myself on how much I can change myself in a matter of time. You know, coming into this season, my strategy was to not have a strategy. It was always to change up things constantly and not stick to one thing. And I think that's what made it work. You know, at different times of the game, I had to do different things. You know, at the start of the game, I was on the bottom. You know, I was playing from the bottom with Teach, and you know, I had to play a game where I had to get up people that trusted me. I had to work towards people getting trust within me to be able to stay alive. Come the swap, I had to change up my strategy to be able to get people on my side, to be able to look at the merch, see who was going to be good for me, who was going to help me. And I made moves, even though, like I've said before, that I wasn't proud of. That was the best moves for my game, to be able to move forward and continue to play this game the way how I wanted to play.
Well, I came into this season, you know, I was thinking I might actually try, you know. I mean, it's my first time on Minecraft Survivor. I might as well, like, you know, build a good reputation for me. Got up, was not feeling it. It was 7 a.m. Oh my gosh. That was when I decided, instead of actually trying to play the game, why don't I just become a likable character instead, you know? And so, I tried. I mean, you know, I have this, my diamond dog found in the Woodland Mansion. Pretty sure I abused that joke. I did. As much as I could. I mean, I even have these 2 books for the jury. I mean, I know I'm getting third, gameplay-wise. I don't think there's anything really else for me to do besides jump off.
Coming into this game, after going through my last Minecraft Survivor, it's really weird because I went from straight just first boot to like now going to final tribal cancel. Like that doesn't happen. But still, like that doesn't mean anything, because just because I make it to final tribal doesn't mean I necessarily win. I still have to convince the jury. Everyone who everyone sitting next to me voted out. So I'm gonna have to convince them, like, over Nerf and Sabika.
Now welcoming all members of the jury. Spark, Tien, Havoc, Robert, Llama, Teacher, and voted out at last tribal council. Super.
Chef. Oh my god.
Guys, this is it. This is your last and only chance at $100 and the champion of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 2, Sun vs. Moon. Now, you guys will plead your case, tell your story, and impress and change all the minds of the jury. Griffin, you're up first.
Hello, jury. So I had 2 second chances coming into this final tribal. The first started with the pre-merge, where the season I was in previously ended with me being the first boot. Woohoo! I knew coming into this game, though, I would have to play an honest, but kind of cold game. I would be kind, but I would also use my brain more than my heart. I grabbed numbers from where I could, even when I didn't go to tribal. I was still searching for people and trying to help them how I could. If someone needed help on the other side, I'd attempt to throw tribal immunity the best I could, and usually not doing the best. Although I never saw anyone as just a number, I always tried to weigh their thoughts and feelings in my mind until it came to the last tribal, the double elimination. This was the biggest pre-merge move I made, where I voted out Mello, blindsiding her and Tien. She DM'd me after, just absolutely upset, and asked why I voted her when she was with me. This then leads me to my second chance, or second chance, if you will. I decided that my game is my game, and the moves I made post-merge I'm pretty confident on. I never won an immunity, but I was able to dictate the votes, and I was never even left out of a vote except for one, and that was yours, Havix. But even after that, I was able to persuade Nerf to kind of still stay with me, because he was kind of acting sketch. He was kind of guilty. But I was able to be oh, I'm so glad it wasn't me, and I played it off all dramatically and everything. So I totally swayed him and all that. Cheers, bro.
Okay.
So it was that dictated the votes, played an idol, made a fake idol. Well, I made 2 fake idols. But if you guys want to ask me more questions, then feel free to.
Alright.
Nerf, you're up.
Alright, everyone. So, as you all know, I came into the season basically in a position where me and Teach were basically on the bottom. Now, my strategy coming into the season is a lot different from everyone else's. My strategy is to not have any strategy. My game was constantly changing every single second of the game. So basically being able to change up my game in different directions in each stages of the game. To be able to change up what was more important at that time. To be able to change up what I had to do at that time. For example, at the start of the game, as I said before, me and Teach were on the bottom. So basically, yes, I understand that, but let me keep going on. Basically, what I mean by that is that I had to be able to work on bonds at first. I got multiple bonds with multiple different people. I had a bond with Peach. I had a bond with Meadow. I had a bond with multiple different people on my tribe, which I'll get more into later. My story basically was being able to come out of a bottom position and have one of the most dominant games come into the merge. I will give credit to Griffin for the Mellow move. He was the one that was helping me with that. But for him to say that he was dictating the votes at the merge is complete and utter bullshit. I was the one deciding what happened most of these votes. The Sparky vote, I was the one that pushed that the most. For the... Shit, I'm forgetting your name. For the Havoc vote, I was the one that pushed that the most. For the final...
Yeah, I said I was out of that.
That's actually believable.
For the final 7... Who's final 7 again? Rob. I was one of the people that was planting seeds against him to be able to get people to go against each other so that the focus would be off of me. And 2 people, aka Super and Rob here, would keep going after each other or at least be the 2 biggest targets in some way or shape or form. Final 6. I was the one that told these people to go against Llama because he had the best jury management out of everyone here. He had people on his side and I was basically the one dictating that. Final 5. I was the one deciding either Teach or Griffin staying that vote. I was the flip vote. And I decided to go with Griffin and Savika because I felt I had the best chance. Because Teach also became the same position as me, coming from the bottom. And the final 4. Now, you may be saying this is a very stupid move for me to throw the challenge. But here's my logic on it. Griffin easily voted me out there. And the pure fact that I was able to make bonds, maintain them, and keep that up, and him to not vote for me, I think that shows you how much power I had in this game. I think that shows you how much I was able to work on these bonds, to be able to work one-on-one with different type of people, which I'll get more into later on in my speech. But... Does someone want to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I could interject, Nerf, the reason it wasn't really because of bonds, it was literally just because I didn't want to risk a fire making, because fire making can really elevate like say you won the fire making, your game would be really more elevated, or if Super won, his game would be even more elevated.
Well, still, even then, I was able to betray targets onto other people so that they would be bigger than mine. And even then, that still worked out in the end. So, in the end, I think I played the best game here. If you want to ask me questions to be able to specify more on how I think I played the best game, completely ask. Because I'm not going to be saying everything here right now. I have a lot more things I would like to say. So, yes, thank you.
So, I made many new friends, including this guy. This guy is one of my best friends. I mean, look, just goes off, does his own thing, you know. I hate you. Anyways, one of my other best friends, #1 ally, the Ho. It's pretty swag. I named it Swag Ho. Look, he's coming back. Pretty nice. He's attracted to that. There's also my trusty.
Alright, jury. Now it is up to you to choose one person to vote for, one person to win $100, and one person to be crowned champion of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 2, Sun vs. Moon. First up to ask any questions they want is Tien. I'll read off his questions. What do you guys think the biggest move in this game was, and why that got you to where you are now?
Anybody want to start?
Nerf, you go first.
Alright, I think my biggest move was the Havoc move. I had to do a lot of things in that, and I had to change up my game very quickly. So, I'll give the full rundown of it. First of all, Suvika came to me basically saying that Havoc wanted to blindside me because he saw me as a social player. That immediately scared me, because that was my game at that time. To be able to work on my social game, to be able to get people to trust me. And I needed nobody to know about my game at that time. So, here's what I did. Havoc threw out 2 names to me. He threw out Teach's name, and he threw out, Robert's name. Sorry, I'm really bad with names. So, I immediately went to them about it. I immediately told them about it. I immediately made Havoc look terrible in the eyes of these 2 people here. But also, I made a few lies along the way. I told Super that Havoc was talking about an idol, and him having an idol, which was complete bullshit. The whole goal for that was to be able to get Super to explode. Yeah, I did. If you want somebody to confirm, I can. But you went into that chat with you, Havoc, him, and Suvika to basically talk about the idol and how Havoc was the one doing that. So basically, even then, let me see where I left off. I was able to convince people to basically not trust Havoc. I was able to get into Llama's head to be able to convince him that Havoc didn't trust him at all, and that he intentionally told me, oh, I don't want Llama in the chat. I did that completely on purpose to be able to get Llama to not trust Havoc. I did this because I wanted to make sure that nobody had any idea of my game that I was doing at that time. Sure, my game could have been out there to people, but he was the one that was figuring me out on the spot. And if he wanted to if he wanted to go for me later down in the line, I had to take a shot then. So I flipped on my members. I flipped on Griffin, I flipped on Savika, and I flipped on him to be able to take out somebody that was a threat to my game. To be able to take out a threat that actually figured me out. I had to put an effort to be able to get people to side with me, which was easy because of the situation that I was put in. But even then, I had to work my ass off to be able to get what I wanted there. And be able to just sit there and know that nobody was going to go for me after Havoc was going for a long time. For a long time.
Oh yes, it all started in 1962. I entered in the Woodland Mansion, exploring everywhere and everywhere. Found these mysterious stairs. Found them, kept on climbing, kept on going up and down. I opened the chest. What do I find? Find this? I find a Diamond Hoe, my #1 ally in this game. It kept me all the way, it kept me motivated. I mean, honestly. What's the stupid flipping? What's this flipping kind of stuff? What's this controlling game? Found a Diamond Hoe, carried me all the way to the end. I mean, that's already enough reason to vote me. But don't vote me, I have an idol.
My biggest game, by far, had to be my fake idol, like maneuvering. So it's technically 2 smaller moves. You guys, so it was technically 2 smaller moves that kind of intertwined into one. So, when we were at the Woodland Mansion, funny enough, I found some banners that I decided to make into an idol, or a fake idol at least. So and like with various supplies, like I found a dispenser, I found like a loom to like make the banner all pretty and stuff. I found whatchamacallit, like I found a chest, I found like books. People gave me books. People were giving me things just because of how social I was. So, and I was able to like craft a fake idol. And like the first one, like you saw, like I played it or tried to give the suds, nobody bought it. But then the next time, was the thing with, who was it? It was, oh yes, it was, how do I say your name? Suvita. You played the idol on Super, and I told you specifically to do that, just so we could gain his trust. And what does he do later? He plays an idol on me at the, 4th or 5th Tribal Council.
Okay, I guess I just have a kind of simple question. If, you had to change one thing about your game, what would you change?
For me, it would be, first of all, I have a lot of things I would change, but if I were to change one thing, it would be to not be a character, be more of a game player. I mean, I didn't really care. Okay, I came in here. It was 7 a.m. I stood up the entire night. I was tired. I didn't feel like playing Survivor, but I came anyways because I am an MVP. And it just hit me. What if I were to just become fan favorite? And then I attempted. I don't know if it worked, but yeah.
I think something that I would change about my game is how much I flipped on people. I think out of everyone there, I flipped on about, I flipped on you, I flipped on, basically all of you besides maybe Spark and Tien because he wasn't voted out. I think that was a big thing that people may see me as because I was constantly flipping 24/7, and I know some people don't respect that type of gameplay. But I think I did it too much in some ways, but I think in a way it was good for my game, but also at the same time I think it was bad for my game.
No, I kind of expected going into this for me to say the mellow vote, but in all honesty, I don't have a problem with the game I played besides literally just that one Havoc vote where I could have talked to more people. Besides that, I cannot be have that one regret that I just was my fatal flaw. I believe I played a really outstanding game, socially, strategically, although not physically because you guys saw that I never won a single individual immunity.
All right. Thank you,
And
Llama.
that's all.
Up next, Spark.
Okay, I have an individual question for Nerf. Then
What's
I have
up?
a question. What was the point of getting me voted out right away at merge?
So my point in getting rid of you was the whole goal is that I needed to keep my connections within the merch. Savika was somebody I was connected to, Griffin was somebody I was connected to, Llama was somebody I was connected to, Teach was somebody I was connected to, Havoc was somebody I was connected to. My whole goal was to get rid of somebody that was not that much of a target and wasn't connected with me overall. It was mostly depending on you, Super, or Robert going home. That was my original plan. With Super being one of the original main targets and not having a chance to be able to flip that onto him because I thought I would be able to use him on later on in the game, I couldn't go for him. And obviously Robert won immunity that time, so the best option I had was going for you. Being able to convince all of these people to be able to go for you was something that I wanted to do to be able to get more power, to be able to have more bridges to be able to rely on. I used other bridges to be able to talk to those people later on in the game, and I felt like I wasn't going to be able to talk to you at that time.
Nerf, can I interject on that?
Go for it, man.
When it came to the merge tribal, I actually think I roped in more people than Nerf thinks he did, because when it came to the merge tribal, I was way more frantic, especially after the double tribal nonsense. Oh goodness. But I was just because I had to pull in. I know there was Nerf, Savika. I remember Super. Maybe Havoc. I can't. It's been a while. It's been a solid second. I'm tired. But and I had to just rope in at least a solid 5 that I could trust. And it didn't work out because it tied, but I knew if I could get at least a good group of people in, that it would work out. So although yes, you did the strategic play and you brought up Spark's name. I did the actual work when it came to socially like getting people into the circle.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna call something, but I don't agree with that.
If you can't pick yourself to win, which person next to you would you pick to win?
Be against it. I do feel like I don't know. I just kind of feel like Nerf put more emotion. I don't know how to describe it, but I just don't know. I just feel like he fought for it more than just saying words.
Okay, I hate interjecting so much, but I heard my name so much, like in the later bit of the post merge. Like, you will not believe how many times I heard my name. So I had to fight from the bottom up to make sure that it wasn't me, because I didn't hear your name, Nerf, until like the last finale bit.
I think that's a good point for me. I would choose Griffin. I think Savika came here to be a character. You know, I'm not going to deny the fact that Griffin came here and he did play a game. While I do think I did play a better game, I do think out of everyone, I would vote for him if it was just a final two between these two. Even though Savika is my homie and we're very close, I think I would vote not emotionally and not from like who's my friend, but vote for somebody who actually deserves it.
Yeah. It's a similar case with me, because like Savika, gotta love like the comic relief and all that. Like, he's helped us like through like and gotten us like, you know, to kind of, you know, with like, I don't know, he just Final Tribal is like, it was really funny and everything, so that really upped my morale. So, but the person I would have to pick would have to be Nerf, because yeah, he has done a lot to work towards like getting to the end here and to ensuring that he actually had the spot and all that.
Okay, thank you.
That I am rather disappointed with the final three, as I felt it was way too predictable. Well, other than that, I'm gonna hold my tongue.
Okay. No. Okay. This game has had many highs and many lows for me. There are times where the highs were high, and the lows, I was probably pulling my hair out from paranoia. Okay. Just how did you accomplish mind over matter? Nerf, Griffin, then you.
Okay. So coming into this game, over the matter of it, I know that I was very paranoid at the start. And, you know, that was mentioned a lot about me, that the matter of me was very apparent in the fact that I was paranoid at the start because I accepted that I was on the bottom. But I had to learn to change that. I had to learn how to prove that. So coming into like a swap situation, I was put into a very good situation with people who trusted me. And that's when I knew I could keep my cards in and be able to work on my mind to be able to keep what I had intact, so I didn't have to worry about anything. I had to put the people, the trust into the people that I had at the swap. You know, being able to work in a spot where I could basically talk to every single person with them thinking of me as an ally gave me lots of more reasons to believe mind over matter. Come the merge, everyone on that jury besides maybe Spark was an ally of mine, and that gave me a full boost on why I believed it was mind over matter. Being able to know the security of that, I was able to convince people to be my ally so that I wouldn't have to worry about anybody going for me at that time, to know that I would not be paranoid. And the thing about it is that I never had anything in my pocket to cover myself if I was paranoid. I never let the matter get to me because I couldn't let it get to me. There was no way I would do anything if it did get to me. The only thing I had at that whole merge was the final 5 idol, and even then, that didn't even matter at all. So I think that proves that I had way more mind over matter because I was able to set myself up so that from a position where I did have matter over mind at one point, I was able to change that and be able to basically change my whole character around to be able to know that it would be mind over matter.
Okay.
Okay.
Griffin, you're next.
So, can you? He gave a really long response. Can you restate the question?
Yeah. How can you do mind over matter in this game?
So I think I'm gonna start off with an example. So it was the vote of when I know it was like, and I've told a lot of people about this, but it was when Super whispered to me that it was like, oh, there's a secret 4 like gunning for you or whatever. That was like literally my closest allies plus like Llama. So I literally, instead of just like going straight up and playing the idol, because anyways, I didn't trust Super anyways. So I decided to just get up from my seat and see how people would respond. If they were cold, I would just sit back down, and if they were loud, I would actually play the idol. And guess what? People were cold, and I trusted that, and look where it got me. So that's my example. In the game, I used mind over matter. Like, I had to manipulate a whole lot of numbers. Like, it wasn't just entirely a numbers game though, because like I had to talk to each person. Like, even like the people on the jury. Like, the only person I never talked. Well, I did talk to Spark on my original tribe. Even hey, shout out to you, buddy. But everyone else, I at least I think I talked one-on-one at least with. So I was able to like, sure, it's I guess quote unquote a numbers game, but I was actually able to just get my numbers like where I wanted them to be, and like just talk to them and like actually develop actual friendships and stuff with them.
Okay, Suvika, you want me to restate the question?
No, I remember the question. So I don't think that's possible because my mind is made of matter. I don't know if I'm supposed to get over that, overcome that. If it is
Okay, Suvika,
Yeah.
answer me right now. Are you wanting to be a character, or do you want to win?
My character.
Why? If you want to be on the next season and win, why don't you just win this season and just win it and you don't have to do another 12 hours, 18 hours.
I mean, because like, I didn't even wake up. I didn't all night. Okay? I was hella sleepy. Playing the game. Okay. Probably should have gotten sleep. I might have actually done something. I did that. But,
Okay.
yeah, I just didn't feel like thinking for most of the game.
I will say that when talking to you, it was a good break from the game, from all the strategy, because I don't think you were that serious, but it was just nice. So yeah, Griffin, I think you're a good social player. Nerf, good luck, because you're dishing out a lot of checks. Make sure you can cash them.
A question for each of you. I'll start with Suvika. Let me pull it up here. Okay, Suvika. Diamond Hoe or $100? Take.
I mean, I need $100 right now in my life, and I don't think I'll need it anywhere in the future because I'm not like 18 plus yet. I don't need it for anything. So, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, Nerf.
Yo, what's up, man?
I'm gonna be honest. Like, you played, like, I think you played a very great social game, but, like, I think it was kind of, like, too much over the top to where I think everybody kind of saw through to what you were doing, like, being a flipper exactly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but my question is relating to the move that I wanted to make with you on Super in, I believe it was like the final 8 or 7. I'm kind of confused, or I guess interested to know, like, what was like your thinking behind that? Like, why did you tell him?
So my thinking behind that is because I just pulled off a huge flip. I flipped on Havoc, and obviously I would be the center of attention for some people. So my main goal was to make other people seem bigger of targets, and I wanted to make them seem bigger targets to other people. So I told around basically that you were throwing out Super's name, and my goal from there was to get that to Super. And I told Super about that so that he would go for you. And even if you guys would stop going for each other, you guys would become the 2 biggest targets in the game so that nobody would focus on me and I could continue to play the game that I was playing at that time. Nobody was going for me then because it's exactly how I wanted it to happen per se. You went home in the final 7, and Super was supposed to go home at the final 6, 5-1. That kept me safe for a while because I was able to set that up at that time. I know that it may not seem like a good move in your eyes, and I completely understand that. But my thinking behind it is that I had to keep myself safe. I had to hide myself from what I just did with Havoc and be able to stay safe for a little bit longer, and I believe it worked.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, the only reason why, like, I really wanted to get him, I told you, he just had, like, a lot of advantages, like, as we saw in those last few tribals, and I really wanted to try to avoid that, but
yeah,
it's okay. Okay, Griffin, my last question here. I believe you just said that your biggest move in the game was, like, making the fake idols, in which I got one of those at one of the tribe challenges. You meant to give to Suds, I believe. But yeah, I think everybody pretty much knew it was fake. So I'm kind of curious, like, what other move did you make?
In response to that, like, I didn't mean that to come across as like, oh, my big move. No, I was like just saying like, oh, I did this, like, and this happened. And then I was like talking about the stuff with like Super and then Suvika or whatever. And how like I got him to play the feather on Super and whatever. And I'm saying that's my big move.
Okay.
Though if we're talking pre-merge, it would definitely be the Mellow vote. Hands down.
Alright.
So I'm gonna ask Griffin, first of all. Griffin, I know you had a really strong game, and I really like you as a player. I liked your game. And you were targeted so many times that it was just like, I don't know how you got out of it. Just, can I get an explanation of how you got out of getting targeted? Because it felt like every tribal, your name would come up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, there's like, he said like, or Nerf said like, you play like old school and you don't have the advantages, but you played more advantages than me. I only played one idol. And I think it's literally just because, like I said, I talked to everyone, like pretty much everyone. Like, sorry, Spark. And I tried to get like on the same page. Like Havoc, I joined with at the swap. TN I had originally, the Final Four deal, I guess. Robert, I got around to talking later, but we still kind of connected from there, and I was pretty okay with him. And then Llama, we connected later in the game, but we made a really good bond, and it would have gone really far had Super not like, or had you not won the like multiple immunities back to back. And then of course Teacher, like, again, another late comer to like my game, but like still, like, he was a really strong ally to me, in my opinion, and I didn't really want to vote him off. But then it came down to like the final 3, and I decided to choose loyalty over flipping.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. This is Savika. How does it feel to make final 3 over all those people? How does it feel?
These guys are losers. I'm obviously the best one here. I think that's obvious. Played the best game, manipulated the entire cast.
That's what we like to hear. Nothing really for Nerf. Just watch how much you claim, because some things might not be true.
Alright, so before the jury goes to vote, do any of you 3 have any final words?
I do. Alright, so coming into this final tribal council, I felt like I've basically played a better social game and a better strategic game. I want you guys to notice something. I want you guys to notice how both of these people said that I should have won over that to I forgot whose question, but they both said me. And I want you guys to remember that Griffin has said that I was never a target until the Final Four. A big thing about that is that I never wanted to be a target. I wanted to be able to get through this game while having influence, but not being a target at the same time, because I was able to work on those bonds. Now, as I talked about before, a big thing about me is that I made bonds with multiple different people. I made a bond with Llama. I made a bond with Teach. I made a bond with these 2. I made a bond with Tien. I had 2 Final 3 deals at the Final 7. One with Llama and Teach, one with these 2 here. I was basically sitting in a very good spot at that time. And that's why I'm very confident in what I am saying, that I was in the middle in that situation, because I was able to move around very easily. Now, for my strategic game, I was able to work towards that, and I was able to show, and they've even admitted that themselves, that I was able to be a main contributor to the strategic game. I was able to work towards that. I was able to work towards what I wanted to get in the game. And I know that I've been claiming some stuff that, you guys don't see as true, and I apologize for that on the spot if you do not see that as true. But I know what I've done in this game, and I know that I've made moves in this game that were powerful towards me getting here in the end. I was deemed as such a big player by Super here too. Now, I don't know if he believes this anymore because of the claims I've been making, but the pure fact that I was seen as a huge player and still was able to get here in the end with not being a target, I think that speaks to a lot about my game, and being able to convince people to stick with me, and being able to convince people that I was not a big target at the time, and that I was trusting them, and that I had nearly everyone's trust here, maybe besides you, maybe Robert at some points, but I had most of the people's trust in my hands. And I hope you can see that I should win this game, because of the power I had in this game, because of the social bonds I had in this game, the strategic bonds in this game, an immunity win, which wasn't that important. But I was able to come into this game and be proud of the game I played. And I genuinely believe that I do think I played the best out of these three here. So I'm going to stop talking now, because, yep.
Shut up, please. I'm
I
sorry.
had to make a comparison to like our games to like another season of Survivor. I'd have to say Heroes versus Villains, Nerf being like definitely a way nicer version of like Russell Hands with slightly better jury management. But overall, I think I still like managed to like do better, because like I still tried to work with like everyone still, like, and I know Nerf, you said you tried to, but like I was in like private calls with like everyone, so like at some point in time, so like I was like the Sandra Diaz Twine, I don't know, or something like that, where I'd have to fight up from the bottom, all that, yada yada yada. I guess there's no parvati, whatever.
I guess this is it, guys. This is the last part of the entire season. This is where the jury will vote who they think played the best game overall. Spark, you have to vote first.
I probably would have voted for Nerf, but he just kept running his mouth and claiming all these things that he probably even knew he didn't actually do. Like, I think his only move was my vote. And if he was a little bit more humble, I would have voted for him.
Gamer. We have a dude who claims he did everything in the game, and we have a dude who I don't even know did what, but I guess Griffin. Like, I heard what he's doing with the money, and I guess I'm gonna support that. So, yeah, why not?
Last vote I'm ever gonna cast in this damn server. Not gonna lie. At one point, I wanted to vote for Suvika because I know I slandered him for being a character, but sometimes you need a character. You need a character to just calm me down, and he helped. But I'm honestly between Suvika and Nerf. Because Nerf he admitted a little bit too much in his tribal council speech, but he felt like he wanted to be there.
Hey guys, before we get into the votes, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has stayed back for so long. The jury, the players, the crew. I just want to say thank you to every single one of you that is still here. and you guys made this become something, you know? Like,
For season 3.
that this could actually change a lot of things for me and my YouTube career, I want to say.
Because I'm in it.
I just wanted to say thank you, everybody, again, for staying here, for putting in the hours, for putting in the time, for trying. And, yeah, that's it. Just thank you, guys. I'll go tell you the votes. The person with the most votes will go home with $100 and the crown of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 2, Sun versus Moon. First vote, Griffin. Second vote, Nerf. That's one Griffin, one Nerf. Next vote, Griffin. Nerf. That's 2 Nerf and 2 Griffin. Griffin. And the winner of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 2, Sun versus Moon. Griffin. Congratulations, Griffin. You have won $100 and you are now crowned the champion of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 2, Sun versus Moon. Thanks to everybody that has watched and played and helped out with the crew. Thank you everybody for watching as well back at home. Stay tuned for the reunion later on, and I'll see you guys next time on the Kavanah channel.